friends, and welcome to another YouTube video. This video is going to be a little bit different, and I will explain much later down the road, but for now, let's go ahead and get started. In the Marvel Universe, Black Panther is a legacy held long in a small but technologically advanced nation of Wakanda, located in Africa. His time as king has fallen into his hands. T'Challa became the next in line to hold the mantle of Black Panther after his father. King T'Chaka renounced it and delved more into politics to have Wakanda as part of the world stage. Though his father's plans was unclear for his family and Wakanda, T'Challa took up the mantle and became Black Panther. T'Challa's first appearance happened in Captain America: Civil War, where his father, missionaries from Wakanda, and other nations, and himself were at the Sokovia Accords conference in Vienna, Austria, to put together and sign legal documents to keep tabs, so to speak, on secret agencies with peoples of unnatural abilities. A bomb during this event went off as a terrorist attack, injuring over 70 people and killing 12, including T'Challa's father, T'Chaka. During the events of the bomb attack, T'Challa, mourning the death of his father, takes his ring and at a time goes after a wrongly accused Bucky Barnes, former brainwashed Hydra agent, the Winter Soldier. While T'Challa was chasing Bucky, he came across Captain America and Falcon, also pursuing Bucky Barnes over the bombing. Eventually, all four men were rounded up and reprimanded into custody, except T'Challa, as he held a certain sway. After some time, Captain America escaped and found Bucky. Cap wanted to hear his side, and eventually sides were chosen when those who signed or didn't sign the legal documents, splitting the Avengers group between Captain America and Iron Man, with some new recruits such as Ant-Man, Spider-Man, and Black Panther. At this time, Rogers and Barnes really knew who was behind T'Chaka's murder, and that is Helmut Zemo, a man who lost everything during the Battle of Sokovia in the movie Avengers: Age of Ultron. During the Civil War battle, Barnes and Rogers escaped to capture Zemo, with unbeknownst to them were being pursued by T'Challa and Stark. Eventually, all four arrived at the Siberian Hydra base Zemo escaped to. Only another fight breaks out between Rogers and Stark. Eventually, Zemo reveals that he was the one behind the bombing and apologizes to T'Challa for killing his father, and then tries to commit suicide but was stopped and subdued by T'Challa to make him go through a trial for his crimes. Later on, Cap is a fugitive and is welcomed into Wakanda to bring a struggling Hydra brainwashed Bucky Barnes to a place of safety, healing, and temporarily cryogenic freezing, while Wakanda science was being used to help him. Days after the events of Civil War, the movie, Black Panther starts on T'Challa taking up the mantle, not only as Black Panther fully, but also now as King of Wakanda. Not everything is dandy as anyone would think. Becoming king is earned, not given. T'Challa, still mourning the death of his father, King T'Chaka, must go through the process of death-defying trials to prove that he can be the king Wakanda needs. During the ceremony to be crowned king, one of the tribes that follows to a point, under the current royal family's rule, challenges T'Challa to a one-on-one combat trial where you yield if you lose or fight to the death by choice. The challenger lost and eventually yielded to T'Challa. At his final trial, he was given the heart herb back after being stripped of the Black Panther mantle from the previous trial. He was swished away to the astral plane to where his ancestors go after passing on to the next life. He got a chance to speak with his father one last time and was back not only as Black Panther again, but as King of Wakanda. The Black Panther movie continues with them learning about a stolen vibranium artifact from an enemy that had fled his grandfather and his father previously in the past. T'Challa was determined to bring this man, Claw, to keep Wakanda's secret safe. He went undercover in South Korea with his former love, Nakia, and best warrior, Okio, to disrupt an operation put up by the American CIA agent Ross. The disruption went severely wrong, and Ross ended up severely wounded and was transported back to Wakanda to be healed and reveal the secrets hiding in it. Time went on, and eventually Killmonger, cousin of T'Challa, which T'Challa knew nothing about, killed Claw and brought him to T'Challa's head of security and eventually to the king himself. Killmonger explains who he was and brought the body of Claw to stake a claim to the throne. The trial for the throne by combat took place even Though hard fought, T'Challa lost his life, throne, and mantle to his bloodthirsty cousin. Miraculously, T'Challa survived the fall, from which Killmonger threw him over the waterfall, was taken in by the previous challenger to the throne's tribe, and nursed back to health. T'Challa met with his family and the CIA agent and explained he needed to return to Wakanda to stop Killmonger's plan to sell weapons worldwide of vibranium. A battle ensued of Wakandans loyal to both sides, and the tide was turned in favor of T'Challa when the people who saved him from certain death joined the fight. The battle kept going eventually into the vibranium mines between Killmonger and T'Challa. There, T'Challa claimed victory over his cousin, but instead of yielding, Killmonger took to his injuries and passed after T'Challa took him to the top of the mountain to see one last sunrise. As a final honor to his cousin, T'Challa created an outreach center where his uncle and cousin used to live in America and opened up Wakanda to end its isolation from the world through the United Nations. Some time had passed, and once again Wakanda was needed to help in the battle for the galaxy against Thanos. Vision was brought to Wakanda to remove the Mind Stone without killing him. Eventually, Thanos' army swept across Wakanda and still achieved the Mind Stone. With the stone in place, Thanos snapped, and over half the universe's life was gone in the blink of an eye, including the Black Panther. However, with some crazy quantum physics across space-time continuum, Thanos was one who lost his life, along with Tony Stark, Natasha Romanoff, and a few others. T'Challa, after Avengers Endgame happened, returned home to rule Wakanda. In the Marvel comics, it happens around the same way, though some minor details were changed and or hasn't happened, such as T'Challa becoming king, inheriting the mantle at a very young age, his marriage to X-Men's Storm, allies with the Fantastic Four, battles with Doctor Doom, Psycho Man, the Serpents, and many notable others. And during some periods of time, others held the Black Panther mantle, like his sister Shuri. Marvel has announced there will be a second Black Panther movie, but the actor who plays our notable king had passed away surrounded by his loved ones in his home. Marvel announced that they are not going to recast Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther, as he was the perfect Black Panther, and recasting him was not on the agenda. Instead, Marvel plans to focus on Wakanda and its world, along with the characters such as Shuri and many others. From his colleagues, friends, family, and people who got to meet Boseman, said, "Each time he stepped on the set, he radiated a charisma and joy, and each time he appeared on screen, he created something truly undeniable. Now he takes his place as an icon for the ages." Boseman was a virtuous actor who had the rare ability to create a character from the outside in and the inside out, and he knew how to fuse with his role, etching it in 3 dimensions. That's what made him an artist and a movie star too. Yet in Black Panther, he also became the rare thing, a culture hero. Though his loss is hefty, one of the many greats lost from this year and previous past, he won't be forgotten. He will be forever our king. With that being said, this piece is to commemorate his achievement in Black Panther. I did it as him being on the astral plane where his father was, so to speak, in the movie of Black Panther. I wanted it to commemorate him on his achievement as he creates characters the way that he does and brings a certain charisma, aspect, joy, and you feel for those characters. So I hope you guys enjoy this little retelling story type thing where things are kind of in order. Eventually I will be doing more of these. I'm hoping this kind of helps. With that being said, this is my final telling story of the Black Panther and my memento to Chadwick Boseman. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up as it shows me your support. Also, if you'd like to leave a comment, it's more than welcome on maybe something else you guys want to see. I have another one coming up. It will be of Aldrin from Destiny 2. Yeah, that's the end of this video, so thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Stay bad, y'all.